35% said they don't support the cabinet, a drop of 1 percentage point. North Korea's state-run Korean Central Television said on Wednesday that this is a feat that will guarantee the future of the country's people. The respondents were asked how they felt about North Korea's fourth nuclear test. 50% said they're very concerned. 31% responded they're somewhat concerned. 12% didn't feel very worried. And 3% were not worried at all. Asked whether Japan should tighten sanctions against North Korea in response to the nuclear test, 50% replied yes, 12% said no, and 32% were undecided. Last month, Japan and South Korea reached an agreement on the issue of those referred to as comfort women. On December 28th, Foreign Minister Fumio Kishida says the two countries have confirmed the issue has been resolved finally and irreversibly. Asked how they view this, 14% of respondents said they regard it highly. 50% said they do to some extent. 22% said they don't very much. And 6% said they don't at all. The respondents were asked if they thought this would remain an issue between the two countries. Eight percent said they did not think so. 59% replied they thought it would, and 26% were undecided. Some members of opposition parties are planning to agree on candidates in the upper house election this summer in order to counter the ruling camp. When asked about their expectations on this point, 9% of respondents said they have high hopes, 24% said they have some hope, 41% said they don't have many expectations, and 20% said they have none at all. When asked about the idea of holding the lower house election at the same time as the upper house election this summer, 34% said they approve, 20% said they oppose such a plan, and 40% were undecided. Here are the approval ratings by party. The Liberal Democratic Party stood at 37.5%, the Democratic Party 8.1%, Komeito 4.3%, the Japanese Communist Party 4.2%, Japan Innovation Party 0.3%, Initiatives from Osaka 1.9%, the Social Democratic Party 0.6%, Vision of Reform 0.1%, the People's Life Party and Taro Yamamoto and Friends 0.3%. And 33.1% of respondents said they don't particularly support any party.
Now the news in brief. Russia's foreign minister and an executive of Japan's ruling Liberal Democratic Party have agreed that North Korea's nuclear test was unacceptable. LDP Vice President Masahiko Komura met Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov in Moscow today. They agreed that the two countries will work together to have a new UN Security Council resolution adopted on North Korea. Komura handed over a letter from Prime Minister Shinzo Abe to President Vladimir Putin. Komura said bilateral relations should be further developed by resolving the territorial dispute over the 4 Russian-held North Pacific islands claimed by Japan and by concluding a bilateral peace treaty. Lavrov said his government hopes to resolve these issues through constructive dialogue. They confirmed their governments will activate bilateral dialogue, including summit meetings between Abe and Putin.
A new Joetsu Shinkansen train has been unveiled. It goes into service in the spring. Its exterior features motifs from a fireworks festival held each summer in the city of Nagaoka in Niigata Prefecture. Works of art are on display inside. This child expresses surprise that fireworks served as inspiration. This man says he's intrigued by an idea of borrowing designs from fireworks. The new train will run an average of 120 days a year, mainly on weekends and holidays.
Now the weather with Augusta Hiroko Ida. It's very cold today, yes indeed. This is Rikubetsu town in Hokkaido. The temperature dropped to minus 23.9 degrees Celsius. And even bananas are frozen so hard and they can nail with them. Well, I tried this in Rikubetsu town once. It snowed today also in Kanto. This footage was taken in Chiba City around 10:30 a.m. It's snowing rather heavily. So the first snow of this year was observed in many places in Kanto. While strong cold air prevailed, a low pressure system approached along the Pacific Ocean, bringing the snow clouds. Yokohama, Tokyo, and Utsunomiya observed the first snow of the year. In Chiba, the weather observatory makes a rule not to record the first snow of the year when the snow is not observed in designated areas. These lines of snow clouds indicate the presence of very cold air along the Japan Sea, and so this is expected to continue for some time. And this is mid-winter air, and it is flowing from Kanto to the Japan Sea coastal areas of western Japan, and this will continue. It will move north on weekends, but it is expected to move further down to south on Monday and Tuesday, bringing coldest weather. Tomorrow's weather chart. The low pressure system over the Pacific coastal area will leave, but another one will appear along the Japan seaside. So after this low pressure system leaves, at night in Tohoku and Hokuriku, people suffer colder weather. From northern to western Japan, snow is likely along the Japan seaside, and occasional snow is expected from western Japan to Kanto along the Pacific Ocean also.
The regional forecast: in Kyushu, Okinawa, Chugoku, and Shikoku, rain or snow will fall on and off along the Sea of Japan. Some areas will have lightning. The Pacific coast will have lots of clouds with occasional rain or snow in some places. Both daytime and overnight temperatures will be lower than today. The lows will be below 5 degrees Celsius in many places. In Matsue, it will be freezing. The highs will be 10 degrees or below. In Kansai, Tokai, and Hokuriku, clear skies will spread in Kansai and Tokai, but there will be occasional rain or snow starting around midday. Hokuriku will have rain or snow accompanied by thunder starting around noon. Overnight lows will be 2 to 5 degrees lower than today, 3 degrees or lower in many places. In Toyama, it will be 1 degree below freezing, highs around 10 degrees. In Kanto, Koshinetsu, and Shizuoka, it will be occasionally clear in many places. Some places in the mountains will have snow in the morning and early evening. It will snow in Nagano at night. Niigata will have snow. The precipitation will become heavier starting in the early evening and will be accompanied by lightning. The overnight lows will drop. In Tokyo, it will be 1 degree. They will be below freezing in inland areas. In Nagano, it will be -6. The daytime temperatures will be slightly higher than today, but will remain below 10 degrees. In Tokyo, it will be 9 degrees. In Tohoku and Hokkaido, it will snow intermittently along the Japan Sea coast. There will be lightning in some places at night. It will be clear during the day along the Pacific coast, but there will be snow at night. Mid-winter-like temperatures will continue overnight and through the day. The low in Kitami will be 20 degrees below freezing. The highs in Tohoku will be 5 degrees or colder. Freezing or sub-zero temperatures will continue during the day in Hokkaido. The next 7 days from Sapporo to Tokyo, areas along the Japan Sea coast will continue to have snow. Conditions will be stormy from Monday to Tuesday. Temperatures will stay low along the Pacific coast. From Nagoya to Naha, snow will continue in Matsue. It will be the coldest around the start of next week, and it will be rainy or cloudy on many days in Okinawa.